Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Whiskerwood, shall we? Whiskerwood is a new builder, and I've actually played a little bit of this before, but I'm going to start a new city because I made some bad choices, and I'm going to try to use what I've learned, to improve. I think I grew too fast, had too many mice, and didn't understand how to set my food up. So we're going to start a new game. And the colony name is going to be the Incompetent Burrow. We're going to go with normal again. We're going to do the Far Frontier scenario. Pirate Seas or Monarch Logistics. I'm just going to do Far Frontier. And we'll start out with just this crew. I'm not going to mess with it. I do like that you can have an oversized island. Kind of feels pretty good. Fading, good evening. Good to see you. But I'm going to leave everything just at normal and see, if I ever want to tinker with this. So we'll embark. The game is brutal because you constantly have to pay taxes to the cats. And the taxes that you pay are the resources that you want to use to build or eat. So it's a balancing act of being able to try to produce enough to meet their demands, but also grow. All right. So here we go. And first things first, I'm going to pause the game. We need to decide which island
Royal
we
scout
make our
ships
home.
identified your assigned archipelago as a potential colony. As part of the Royal Scouting Commission of 1681, 72 such colonies have successfully been established as a result of those brave Claw's efforts. By the King's graceful guidance, yours could be the 73rd such colony. Your most important building will be the trade dock. Without it, your colony cannot repay its debts. Therefore, I implore you to choose an island and construct your dock. Look for ample trees and berry bushes nearby.
So Fading is asking a good question, which is, can you bridge the islands? I believe you can. I haven't gotten, far enough to do that, but it seems like it's pretty straightforward. Hey, Jade Wolf, good evening. Good to see you. I know. So, for example, this island over here is amazing because it has lots of flax and food and even ore, but it has no trees. So, it would be difficult to start there. I also like how flat it is. This is a fine start. It's so vertical, which is, kind of unfortunate, but what can you do? So, we'll probably go ahead and choose this island. It's got a lot of ore over here. It has a ton of berries around the back and flax and stuff. Lots of trees. Ooh, a lot of copper in through there. It looks pretty good. So I think that's fine. And we need to build our dock. And it's instant build. And I feel like it's almost life is almost a little bit better on this side of the island than on the other side, where, because of all of the berries that are over here. So I think I'm going to just see what happens if I start over here. Episca Cat, good evening. Good to see you. Yes, Fading. I have seen Tavern Keeper. It does look good, and I plan on playing it. I was requesting a key. I hope I can get one because it looks great. All right, I'm going to build there. Brainless, good evening. Good to see you. So we're going to go ahead and just unpause. Okay, the ship switches over here, and we can receive our whiskers. So here come the whiskers. So this game is like, it's a bit RimWorld meets, survival builder, like Banished kind of, but it's got this voxel graphical vibe. And then there's some icons that are like remind me of Manor Lords. It's really interesting too as the systems progress, all the different factions that oppress you. But anyway, we're going to bring them to shore.
Warehouses are vital to preserving the market value of your tax contributions. Each warehouse has a limited capacity. Watch that you do not satiate your warehouse's capacity on worthless goods. Focus on storing resources that will benefit the kingdom. Logs, cotton, and ores. These goods will keep during long voyages and supply work for whiskers in the royal factories. To reduce carry distances, you should construct the included central warehouse schematic near your trade dock.
So, this is free, and we want to put it as close to this as possible, and so I think that this looks great. I can have it hang over the edge, but it takes logs to do that. So I'm just going to push it in so that it's not extending. Victory, good evening. Good to see you. So you can see they want to build this. Hey, thank you, Victory. I appreciate that, my friend. Onward and upward. So here come all of our little mice down here, and they're going to build this. I'll unpause it. And that's going to be their job immediately. Now, I made all sorts of mistakes the first time I played this because I didn't understand how limited the resources were at the very beginning and how much you needed to set up gathering and stuff. So I'm gonna try to do a better job, is what I'm saying. I saw already, because this game is in early access. It just came out of early access, I think, last week, or into early access and became available last week. And the developers already released like 3 patches changing stuff, which is great. So here comes the first little trade ship here to give us some supplies. And they finished building our little structure. It's pretty sweet, like the how these buildings look. It's kind of like, it's got this vibe of, Rivendell meets Redwall, All right, let's see. So the supply ship is here, and we can unload the supplies. They're going to give me 21 logs, some hardtack, which is food, machinery, and some clothing for these mice.
Congratulations to you and your fellow colonists. Under commission of the king, it is my privilege to offer this colony charter. You embark on a mission worthy of the greatest of Whiskers, and all of your kind shall thank you for your efforts. As you tame these wild lands and earn the payment for your taxes, you are doing more than any Whisker before you. With your sweat, you secure the means by which some industrious Whiskers might enjoy safety. Serve your king faithfully, and his peace will reign over these islands.
All right. Hermie, good evening. Good to see you. So, what's important to notice right here that I missed the first time, I'll explain. So, first of all, I already owe 91 coins. So, I'm in debt from the beginning, which is a good plan from the Fat Cats. And these are the only resources they will accept as payment. So, noticeably absent would be stone. So, you can get stone. Stone is useful for building, but you can't sell it to them. But you could sell iron, tin, and copper. Now, I can also sell logs and flax and cotton and berries, but I need to eat. So it's diabolical what choices we make. All right. So I'm trying to correct the mistakes that I made. And the first thing I did when I was playing was I saw that there was 5 mice that were homeless. So I immediately was like, well, we got to build them a house. And you do want to build them houses, and it's only 1 house per mouse. But I don't think that's the first thing we should do. They can sleep in the warehouse or whatever, and they won't like it. But it's better to get some of our gathering and occupations set up than just have people building houses exclusively. So we also have a problem with food because all we have is the hardtack. Now, I haven't figured this out yet, and they might be adding it to the game, but um, one of the things that I haven't seen is a lens or a filter. And what I mean by that is you can turn on and off the temperature, I guess, to see how hot the area is, which is interesting. And then you can turn the Z levels on and off. So like you can wherever your mouse is, you can like flatten it out. And that's sort of helpful. But what I really wish was that there was a way to isolate resources. So like you see there's berries right here. And I wish there was an easier way to just make them glow or like hide everything. And I'm sure that'll be added as we go. Because, for example, if I build resource extraction and I build a forage hut, these people will gather nearby plants. And it shows you the area of influence of the forage hut, but it doesn't highlight the gathering nodes to tell you like how efficient a placement this is. So you really have to kind of like look very closely. So, whatever. It's a minor thing. Now, before I build this, though, this is a great one to get in so we have some food. And this is something we can sell. Right, Hermie. We can't tax them, or we can't help them out just yet. I'm going to build the gathering hut or right here. You see there's so many berries on this level. Now, the only problem, though, this is a great place to build it because it you see the area of influence gets berries all over the place. But if they don't have a way to get there, then they won't get anything. And it's not like, oxygen not included or something where they can like jump up one level. They can't jump at all. So you have to build steps for every single level, and they have to be able to get there. So if I put that there, that's fine. But we're going to have to go here and then build some stairs. The barrier, indeed. Exactly. And now, that's a good question. I don't know if you can mine ramps, but you can spend one log to build these steps. I don't think you can. You can do resource extraction and build a mining hut and then mark things to be mined. You can mark an area to be mined, but I don't think they can like hew it into a built-in stairwell like in Dwarf Fortress, like a slope or something like that. But I can do this. You technically can, and it adds a ladder. Oh, okay, Brainless. That's interesting. But I think I might have to have miners set up first. I'm not really sure about that. There's also some stuff on the first floor, but I'm going to go ahead and build a steep step right here, a single step there, and then another steep step over here. I really like these curved steps. So this way, this is another thing, if like on my wish list of things that they could add to the game. Not like I think the game, I have to play it a lot more, but I wish there was like in some games like Planet Zoo or whatever, you can have the game with a heat map display walkable area, like what terrain is actually reachable by your people, so that you don't make a mistake and think you can get somewhere, but you actually can't. But this looks good. That looks like they can get there. Now, the next thing we got to do is build a woodcutter, and we need to build the woodcutter right away. And we're going to put the woodcutter, taking advantage of the steps that we already built, and we want to put them a little bit more inland, but you can move these things. Yeah, Brainless, I almost picked an island without trees and did not, fearing something like that. You can move these buildings for free. At least I think you get all the resources back, or a good bit of them. So that's really cool. I'm going to put this, like, right here. And then this gets a decent amount of stuff. So if I put that there, and then I can mark all of that for chopping, all of that for chopping, And then I can't get down here yet. I'll have to build a staircase, but I need to see how many logs are going to be consumed by my current project. So we've already gone to 20. So you can see they're carrying up the logs. By the way, I just think the game looks fantastic. And they're going to keep tinkering and balancing it, I'm sure. Okay, so now we've got all of that going, which we want. But I didn't build this early last time, and I'm wondering if I want a fishing dock. It takes 21 logs, which would mean I would have to stop doing everything and just try to get some logs.
To the crown is your primary responsibility. Most colonies pay their taxes with ores. Copper pays best, but coal is more plentiful. Desperate colonies will ship out their construction logs. You would be wise to choose the path of non-desperation. Build and fully assign 2 workers to at least 1 mining camp.
Right, and so this is another bit that I didn't understand. I'm going to accept this quest. I was mining a bunch of stone, and that's not really something that you can sell. Let me see, though. This is... can't I... Is there a way to easily... So this is copper. There's coal. But yeah, this is... I was like selecting just stone itself. And I don't even know if that does anything. So here's some copper. Here's some coal. So we could get some money out of that. But look at this. This is just a really, really nice area up here. It's quite far away, though. And that's okay, because we want to get these berries anyway, and we want to probably get that flax. So what we're going to do is set up to... Yeah, the king would probably just eat us at that point. So there's a lot of rocks, and I had to give the king my logs, which was not good. So this is a good amount of copper. This is honestly actually a pretty good amount of copper, and just to start out, and it would require a lot less steps. So let's just build this over here. And we can move it later. That way we don't have to build any steps. They'll just go ahead and get that. And then I can build a farm, and I can build earthworks. I haven't messed around with that at all. I think, though, it's probably okay to build some log cabins. But I'll wait until all this work gets done first. Okay, so they finished this, and you can see how quickly they built that, which was great. So the woodcutter needs workers, and I'm going to just assign 2 workers immediately. Well, maybe only 1. Okay, and I'm going to assign 1 person to get berries. I want to get more, but the issue is, for this quest,
paying taxes
he wants me to assign 2 workers, so I got to have 2 people free, and you need free people to be your builders. So I really like watching them go. I mean, just chopping the trees, getting the berries, doing the things. Now, I don't know what these randos are doing. Oh, okay, the ship arrives really quickly. That's how you get extra workers. They really are, aren't they, Hermie? They've got, like, little hats, you know? They're just like, we're doing our best. All right, so I only have 25. Now, I don't want to hire too many because I don't want to, like, overextend to where I can't feed them. But I think I have so many jobs that this is going to be okay. So this person has weak knees, which is just a no. Like, they don't like heavy labor. I could put nibbles on berries. I don't know if that counts as heavy labor. This guy's a heavy eater, which is a no. Greedy, not great. Healthy is good. And then greedy, but apprentice means they're trained. Maybe I could put her on something. Most of my work here, Nibbles, is heavy labor starting out. So I'm going to hire this person. And then I think I'm going to take this flint down here, and that's all I can. And then we refuse everybody else. All right, so now we've got a couple more workers, which we really, really need logs so badly. And then I want to make sure we have enough berries as well. Great. And now we can just start dropping in houses. I like how so stones, remember how I was saying they're like not that valuable? You can use them for stone shelters. Their housing quality is 0. Like, which is interesting that stone is actually just ostensibly worse than log cabins. Now, log cabins do take a lot of logs, and trees are kind of a limited resource. I mean, some of these other islands have a bunch, but yeah. Pretty much, Hermie. Nibbles is like, oh, maybe this isn't the life for me. I don't think it is. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop some houses in. That's a good question. You could make planks and stone. As far as earthworks, fills in marked areas with earthen terrain. Oh, so I think actually what the earthworks, they create terrain. So when you're mining, you will remove the entire tile. So maybe it's just there to like replace your divots or to probably, I mean, if you're talking about terraforming, you see how vertical our island is? Like if you could smooth it out, that would be great. Or kind of like what Fading was talking about, maybe you need to build a land bridge over to the other archipelago and, you know, island, and that would be easier than a wood bridge. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to speed it up, and we will immediately finish this quest as soon as this builder gets done. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Fading, the log trap doesn't work. At least I don't think so, because at least what I've seen the pirates do so far in this game is that they just park their ships by your island, and they just fire cannons at you. So they don't get close enough for the log trap. Like, they just blow up your stuff. It's really bad. All right. So I assigned some workers there, and that's my approval. I only have one builder because everybody else is assigned to work, and that is okay with me. It looks like it's a builder completes one task at a time. So I'm not, you know, upset about it. Although I don't understand why there's two guys, like, I see two Whiskers working on these buildings right here, but it looks like I only have two workers, or one worker. Maybe you're right, Fading. Maybe they're a miner, and then they're like, wait, I have to finish my job before I go change careers. I mean, honestly, if somebody told me to go mining, I would be like, well, I got to finish up what I'm doing here first, and then look for the first boat out of town. We completed the quest.
Paying taxes to the crown is your primary responsibility. Most colonies pay their taxes with...
So they give me a free mouse, I guess? Yeah, so they just gave me a free mouse. They're like, oh, you know what? I left my my mining shoes back at the mainland. Could you let me just get on the boat? Now I'll be right back. Just like you won't even notice that I'm gone. So already, by being more responsible, I think I'm not putting myself in the poorhouse. It does tell you in the upper left, like, how much money you have in terms of your trade value. And I have 104, and then 112 are due in 2 days. But that's going to go down because I'm going to eat. Oh, I have to mark stuff for mining. These idiots aren't doing anything. Whoops. Okay. I need to use the mining tool And we need to mark all this stuff. Did I say idiots? I meant champions. There's some gold. I mean, that's sweet. It's outside of my area, but we can get that eventually. This place... Can I get to anything else? Just stones. So we're going to need to then build... a stair here and here so they can access that. Okay. Nice thing about steps is they just drop in instantly. So there they go. They're working. New day's coming. All right. So the lighting is great. It's a good question, Fading. It might be, but I will tell you I've only been attacked by cannons once, but in my limited experience, the pirates and the people that attack you, it was pirates in my case, are pretty savvy, and they targeted my industry. So they didn't really hit houses, they only hit like my workstations. Which was brutal. Look at these little houses. It's kind of like it's the Shire for mice as well. You know, it has a little bit of that going on. So they're going to sleep, and only 2 of them are going to be remotely happy. They can eat, at least, but they're going to be unhappy that they don't have a good place to sleep. Looks like they're chatting. I'm going to speed it up, and this is their, like, evening, R&R time. I don't have any good structures built for them. So the favor that you get, which is approval, part of it is like, are they satisfied with their situation? And you see how they have to sleep on the ground. We're going to have a lot of unhappies. And that's okay. So we end the day. You know what's crazy is, and this is what I mean by like, you don't need to rush into houses. Because with the fresh arrival bonus, it pretty much outweighs the negative for slept outside, at least at the beginning. Like, that's going to go away, but... and they also had some nice food. So, like, there's a cap as well to how much approval you can get. But you need it to recruit Whiskers, issue overtime, and enact policies. I can't enact any policies at the moment. Hey, Silver, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, indeed. We did it. You've generated a high amount of approval. Building a town hall will let you spend excess. Right. I don't know about Warhammer 40k, but I did think about playing Rogue Trader, which is, I guess, that's in the 40k universe, isn't it? So I can recruit more, which is good. And I have some logs, but I think we're going to want more wood, because if I want, like, let's just say, for example, I wanted to build the town hall. It takes 55 planks, and to get planks, I need a sawmill, and that takes 27 logs. So we have a bit of a shortage of logs, so we're going to try to get some more. Now, there's a bunch of logs over here to acquire, so I think I might just build another woodcutter over here. And then with a simple installation of one steep stair, which I only build because I think it looks good, we'll be able to mark some trees. So we're still behind on taxes. Yeah, Piscacat. I had a friend who like put an ungodly amount of time in it, had beat it several times and said it was awesome. I was like, okay. Conundrums, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. We're going to go ahead and drop in at least one worker here, and we'll set some chop priority to get every tree that we can down here. And, I mean, honestly, every tree on this level, whatever you can get it. Okay, great. Oh, there's some over here as well. Yeah, get those. Great. The supplier has arrived. So this is another diabolical element, which is, you know, it's kind of like a board game sometimes. You have to choose what you accept from the supplier. Now, if you want more supplies, that's great, but then it just adds on to the taxes that you owe the cats. So it's you know, you want to like, well, I could go low and get some tea, some hardtack, and some machinery to help everybody out, or I could pay a lot more and get some clothing, some planks, some logs, you know. I think I probably want to just... I'm going to select the low one and try to stay on the up and up. I think the tea will make them happy to give us more approval, so that seems fine. You know, honestly, it looks like your favor goes down if you don't take anything. Like, they consider it an insult. So you kind of, I think you have to take something. So this is what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, there may be consequences indeed. You see how they dig down like this? Hey, Brackstone, good evening. Good to see you. Yeah, I like 40K too. I like the lore and everything. I just play the video games. The miniatures are sweet though. Sid, good evening. Good to see you. Yes, Sid, we stopped the crazy stair building. We are doing more responsible stair building. This is a new city. We're trying to go a little bit slower here so we don't ruin it. But this is where they're making holes and getting us copper, but this copper is worth a lot. And that's what we need. Yeah, it was the Mafia, Hermie. I gotcha. It's an offer we can't refuse. Hey, Biscuit, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much for 16 months. I really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. All right, so I have way more food than I ever had, which is great. And the logs are, you know, not ideal, but we're doing a better job overall. You could see, okay, yeah, like, logistics, they put the stuff in the camp, and then this guy has to carry it back. And it's not, I don't think it's counting this right now. So you see how I'm at 244 currently on being able to pay the taxes. When this guy drops off all this copper, I think we're going to surge up. Like, yeah, we did. So we're way above what we need, which is good because it means we'll be able to hold on to a lot of our food. I know I'll want it later, but currently I don't really have any use for copper. So I'm just trying to sell these ores. But looks like the overwhelming majority of my value wait a minute. Might be my food. The ores, though, if they're worth 21 each, that's a lot. So if we can get some more ore, then we're going to be in good shape. It looks like there might be more copper ore down there. I never really even noticed that. Can I dig deeper? I think I can. Let me see if I can, like, change the pitch. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Sid, I'm with you 100%. The UI is great. It's very clean. The graphics are amazing. It actually runs really well, too, so far, knock on wood. All right, we got another house done. So Hermie, they automatically build the ladders, I think. They're on, like, the side of it. So they can get in and out with the... And they build their own, as far as I think. But I've never tried to do multi-level, so we'll see how that goes. It is, Hermie. It is convenient. Look at this little mouse doing their work on these trees. All right, end of the day. So I have 10 wood, which means I can almost give everybody a house. Which is, you know, it's decent. Yeah, Sid, it really is. So some people, they're all drinking the tea, and it looks like some people have put on clothing. So you can kind of see, like, here's Tippy from the Explorers Guild. They're a gifted teacher, and this is their job. Tippy is a woodcutter, and they have these woven cloaks, stiff and uncomfortable, but offers warmth and a bit of dignity, indeed. And so you can kind of see at a glance what they like and don't like. And they don't like that they ate at a warehouse. We don't have a cafeteria for them. Hardtack is good. And guild specialty. Oh, okay. So I was wondering about this. It is a party victory. I didn't understand exactly how this worked. Oh, you could pick up and move them. That's interesting. I guess, can you drop them someplace? When I assign labor, I think maybe the game tries to automatically assign the best mouse for the job, but I'm not sure about that. That's right, Victory. They're like, did you know? Alright, so only a few of them are going to have to sleep out here, which is good. Wow, we have 512. Alright, so we're doing much better than we did the last time. Now, I'm already maxed out on approval, sadly. Hey, Chef Smitty, good evening. Good to see you. So, one thing that I noticed, too, is, like, when the tax man comes, you can pay them immediately, or you can just let them languish for a while, but you don't want to let them languish too long, because I did that and they got upset. But here they come. So the tax collector is here. Now, you don't have to pay them right away, especially if you don't have enough, but I'd actually like to get a little bit more ore delivered before I pay them, because I want to avoid paying them my good stuff. I don't know if there's any bonus to, like, paying them early, but I could give you all of my copper ore, for example. And so you see how there's 0 is terrible, but then there's, like, different thresholds that you can pass, and you can send a partial shipment But I've already paid them with just ore. Great, I don't have to give them logs or berries. So just ore actually gave them slightly more than they deserve. So I can send this right now. I get trust, I get wax seals, and I get a gift. Because now I think, oh, looks like you can actually like go all in and do better. I never really noticed that. That's interesting. I wonder if I can like get up to the next tier and what that would do. I know, Hermie. It's like, well, they got to protect their money that they're collecting, and then they also got to bombard us if we don't give it to them. I'm going to try to get up to that next tier. It might be a waste to, like, because you could just save the ore for the next tax collection, which happens very, rapidly. But at the same time, I'm interested. Like, when this guy comes over, let's just see how much I've got. Yeah, Sid, I agree. The UI is super clean so far. Okay, let me see the tax collector again, and then... there we go. Send a large shipment. So this will give me 2 gifts and even more trust. I'm going to just send a large shipment. I'm not going to try to get to, like, the treasure chest. It also tells you, like, the percentage chance of what you're going to get, I think, in your gift. Like, we have a 50% chance to receive a schematic from this gift, which seems cool. I'm going to do this. And they're going to speak to us soon. So you see the ships disappear, mercifully. You have met your first payment. Well done. We'll see you. And now they're like, we want to see more from now on. It's like the worst. Okay. But, so Sid, what they do is, this one is the colony office, which, I don't, like, it just, I think it just gives you a glance of, like, what they don't like. And I guess you can get a better screen of, like, managing your workers here, which is kind of cool. So you can just, you don't have to go to the workstation. You can just drop somebody in to be a woodcutter. You could see your colony. And then there's the total resources, which just shows you, I think, all of your storage. Hey, Blue Vegas. Good evening, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then there's the tax report that gives you a breakdown of, like, the value of what you have in your inventory, which is really, really great. I mean, again, to Sid's point, like, the UI in this game is so colorful and yet easy to read, like, it's very clear what's happening. And then there's the quest log, which I don't have any. There's policies, and then there's research, which I don't have any research done, but it looks like you need, like, planks for any kind of research, so we have to build a sawmill for that. We have to amass a bunch of logs. Now there's a whisker ship docked. I'm going to actually bring on a bunch of whiskers. So I was saying before, I don't want to grow too fast, but I think at this point, as long as I'm intelligent with deploying my workers, we can grow a little bit faster. Because I'm not mining just rocks, so I have good stuff to give them, and I've been mining food since the first day. Yeah, Sid, no problem, my friend. Unsafe. Wears out industrial machinery faster. They snore. But I don't think they can sleep in the same home, so that's not that big of a deal. Content. Gifted teacher and slow. I'm actually going to accept all of them. And, that's incredibly ambitious, but... Isn't it, Hermie? It's crazy. And it's a hooded horse game, but I almost want to say it's a very small, if not solo, developer team. Like, it's crazy. I could be wrong about that. It seems like it's got anyway, it's a small team, though, I think. So now I have all these extra workers. What do we need? Well, we need to make sure we have enough food coming in. So I'm going to probably build another forager over here for these berries. And then right away, we're going to assign somebody to cut wood. And is there any other mining that I can do? There is. Yeah, it really has. I think maybe trying to build the mining operation up here isn't the worst idea. Rolanda, good evening. Good to see you. It is, and I did that to my first city, but it wasn't, now in retrospect, it wasn't actually growing too fast. What killed me was that I was not prioritizing correctly. And I was paying taxes by using my berries and my logs, which is not really sustainable. Like if you start doing that, you're ruined. But if you, as long as you're using, like you're paying in metal, like the game tells you to with copper, you're actually much better off. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get another forage hunt, like I said, just in case, because you can sell berries and they sell, reasonably well. And we can put the forage hut over here on this second level. Just there's no real benefit to doing that, except that there's berries up higher. So, actually, if I just put it right here, we can get to just about everything. And then we're going to go ahead and just mark all of these for forage right away. And then we can climb up once we get those and get the rest of that. Okay, so here's the gifts coming in from the cats because we gave them the taxes. Oh, this is really cool. So you can spend a seal to re-roll, and you can and because we paid them extra, we get to choose 2 of these. That's great, Rolana. Yeah. It's an interesting point, Sid. It's like, I'm not sure either. Now, I can, though, what's pretty sweet here is I can get this claw visage. Like, I don't know why I'd want that. Oh, it intimidates passing whiskers. But why do I want to intimidate passing whiskers? Like, maybe you put this to intimidate pirates? Like, I don't want to intimidate my own people. First of all, let me just be very honest with everybody. I got confused the first time I played the game because when it said whiskers, I thought it meant cats, but then I was like, well, both mice and cats have whiskers, but in this game, whiskers just refers to mice. Yeah, I think so, Fady, because all of the pirates are mice that have, like, defected and are rebelling against the monarchy, so maybe this helps you against pirates. Which would be nice, because the pirates are going to come by and then make demands of their own. And so you have the crown, and then you have pirates also making demands of you. And what was crazy was that, like, the crown would be upset if you would acquiesce to the demands of the pirates, but if you don't acquiesce, then they just open fire on your settlement. So it's kind of a little bit of a pickle. So maybe this is good. Yeah, Sid, I think you're right. And I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to go ahead and take these 21 planks for sure, because I need planks for so many different things. And then I'm going to take this schematic and see if that's actually helpful. So I have 21 planks. Is that enough? I could build it. I have a cut stone block. So, like, where would I put this? Do I put it out here? Like, I really don't know how this works, but I'm going to put it there and see what happens. It startles my own whiskers. I don't know. I'm going to see. I'm just experimenting. And then I'm going to go to services, and then the town hall is 55 planks, so we're not really close, but we're closer. The cafe is amazing. We could build this actually exactly for 21 planks. Maybe fading. Maybe it like scares them, and then they work harder, you know? Like in Dungeon Keeper when you like slap your workers. So we'll see about that. Now, instead though, I definitely want... We'll build another mine to get more money. And it probably should go up here, you know, to collect all this stuff. There's coal over there. There's copper over there too. Actually, I mean, this is really far away from... It's a good spot. And we're going to need to build a lot of steps to get there. So, let's get going with that. So it's interesting, like, it tells you that the steep stairs, for example, are slow travel speed. So, like, you know, I'm sure you can research a better means of, you know, getting around. I'm going to put this here. 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 And here. This is like diabolically difficult to get to, but it's going to pay off. Trust me. There. And then we can mark for mining the copper. Now I don't think they can actually even reach that, but we'll get that taken care of. Again, from this screen, it would be nice if I could see the... Well, maybe because it's not finished is why I can't see that. But you know what? The problem that I'm... Yeah, I need to move this. I wish I could. I'm going to cancel it. I'm going to push... I have to push it back one more because what we need is a staircase that actually goes up here, I believe. And then let me build the mine there. I think this will work. We're going to find out. All right. So everybody who could be assigned a job is assigned a job. And now I can put at least one worker on foraging, and I will. They are not, Rolana, because I need a bunch of planks to do any research, and I don't even have a sawmill yet. And I won't have a sawmill until I have 20 plus logs. So I need more woodcutters, I guess. I can't even build enough houses to keep up with the demand. I know, and they need a zip line on the way back, too. So I think maybe another woodcutter over here would be reasonable. All right. Dude, cable car would be amazing. Alright, there they go. You know, I mean, they actually, like, you could see this, they're already up there. Like, they did a good job getting up here. It's not bad. I'm not upset about that. Is that thing that goes up the side of, like, a mountain, like, kind of diagonally? Those are unreal. So we're not eating the best food. I get that, but we're gonna make this happen. A lot of people are sleeping outside. I totally get that. Yeah, it's getting a little bit rougher. But look at the upcoming taxes. That's actually very low. It's so low because we didn't take a big gift. So I already have 341 stored. Oh wait, okay, did it startle anybody? No.
There have been reports of pirates' ransom demands in your part of the world. Under no circumstances are you to yield, or to even consider paying their exaction. Should your colony survive, report back the pirates' shakedown tactics.
So, basically, I did this before, and I'll accept the quest, but if we refuse to pay the pirates, we get the reward of that quest, but we get blown up and we have to fix all of our buildings. Or not all of them, but many of them. So I'm still going to do it, but it's annoying. Alright, here comes the supply ship. Yes, Sid, indeed. I almost think I could afford, like... And this is like the kind of hair-pulling, you know, situation that the game presents you with, which I really, really like. It's a builder. It's banished, right? It's oxygen not included in Door Fortress. Like, it's all of that management building stuff. But then it's not necessarily a roguelike, but it gives you those choose 3 moments where it's risk reward. Like, do you have enough money to pay for the better package? And is that a good idea? You know, and I think actually we're doing well enough that I can afford it because, God, these planks would be super useful. You know, it's like you don't want to get in too deep. Odinsky, what's up, my friend? Thank you for following. But, you know, because, like, you think about the push and the pull of it. If you go in too deep, then you can't afford to send extra back to the cats, and they give you extra reward for that. Now, but if you could do both, then you'd be balling. And I think early on, I feel like we're okay. Because we're mining, and if I look at my resources, like currently I have 100 in copper, and I only need 192 total, and that's, so I think their shoes just broke. What was that? Oh, they are upset because, no, that wasn't their shoes breaking. That was the Moodle for them being upset doing hard labor. Wouldn't that be great? I'd love a zigzag train. This is another element of the game that is so good about the polish of it. You noticed how this guy was working, and then he had that little boot icon. And I'm like, well, what's that boot Moodle mean or whatever? And I can go and inspect them, and I see, oh, it's because they did hard labor. Like, it's not just a generic response. It gives you all of the information that you need very cleanly. Okay, and then this is done. And so we're going to assign... I'm assigning 2 laborers to this job. Oh, they finished the mine. Look at that. And I'm going to assign at least 1 to this job. You know what? Let me go back down. Let me take 1 away from the woodcutters and then give 1 more to them. Mining is what I want to make sure we have enough money. I have 22 logs. That's a good amount. that means I could make a sawmill. But instead of making a sawmill, I could also start building houses for everybody. I need to think about my approval. It's not great. So it says the capacity grows with population side. You know, Hermie, it's a great question. I could build the fishing dock, or I could build the sawmill, so I could then build the town hall, so I could spend my approval on something other than just recruiting more whiskers. I could enact policies, which might give us some kind of, like, efficiency bonuses or something. I'm not sure. I've never done that. This is, like, further than I've really... I had a bigger settlement, but it was in much worse shape. I want to just wait for a moment. I have one builder. And see... Yeah, now we have plenty of money because we have 200, or we have 189 copper ore, which is enough to pay the taxes. Hermie, you're probably right. And so, if that's the case, how is my food doing? It's raw. Okay. What if we split the difference? And we do a little bit of building houses, but I could also build a fishing dock, or I could build a sawmill right now. I think currently we're okay on food with berries. They might like... You know what? I think I'm going to build a sawmill. I really thought about it, but I feel like we need planks because we need planks to do anything. We need planks to allow us to do research. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop this sawmill over here. The pirates are coming, so just to test our intuition, I'm going to build another... Now look at this. You see, you could build decorations, which is enjoyed by passing whiskers. So you can build, like, decorative trees and flower beds and stuff, which is kind of cool. I'm just going to be like, is this going to do anything against the pirates? I don't know. Man, look at these mine shafts. I was, like, worried that I was going to have to move a bunch, but you start to see how there's a lot down there. Now, this is pretty ambitious holding back, like, the water like that, but as long as there's no immediate danger, okay. So we'll just go ahead and go to resource extraction and then, you know, extract that. And extract that. Yeah, Victory, I think you're right. I just like the idea that we're framed by these cats to, like, remind anybody who stops by that they're messing with the cat empire if they mess with us. And now I can already begin... I don't have enough builders to make it matter, but I could start building some more houses. I don't know if I'm going to get any more whiskers moving in when we have no houses for them. So what I'm playing right now, Sid, is the full version, but it's early access. And yeah, maybe, like, later in the game, Victory, it's an issue where you have to keep people in line. I don't know. So you can build roads and stuff like that to, I think, to speed up their walking, but it takes wood, and like wood is such a important commodity that I just can't do it. Maybe if I could build like a stone. Oh, there we go. They're really happy now. It did, Sid. It did. Okay, so we got 253 upcoming taxes. No problem. So they tax you based on how big your population is, and then based on, there's an administrative tax, so that's kind of like, feels like Medieval Dynasty, where they just tax you based on how many buildings of industry that you have, and then how far it is. I don't know about the ship travel cost. Oh, did somebody not like it? Yeah, they didn't like it. You're right. Hermie, that's hilarious. So it's like, I didn't... We'll find out if there's any reason to have that. But if not, I'm just going to destroy them. So this structure actually has all the logs it needs. So then what we're going to do is I'm immediately going to start building more houses so that we can try to keep people, you know, happy. Yeah, Timber. That's another one. It's like Timberborn. There's a well-being for like their psychology for sure, like how they're doing. All right, so loner. Yeah, they don't like sharing a home. That's fine. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna accept them all, and this could be a mistake, but I just feel like I'm doing well enough that I want more. And I can immediately put people on woodcutting and forage. And then when the sawmill gets done, we're going to need workers there. And I think we can drop in the dock as well. Victory, thank you. Okay, well then before we do this, we're just going to tear these down. So I'm going to figure out how to decoration, and then I'm going to, or what do I do? Yeah, bulldoze that. So you get your resources back, at least now in the game, so get rid of them. And then I'm going to go back and we're going to build the fishing dock right here. Thank you for looking that up. That's great. I was like, yeah, this will protect us. I mean, boy, you live and you learn, but if I would have known that for my first gift, I obviously would not have taken it as a schematic. It's god-awful. All right, and now we can put some workers here, and they're going to start turning... Whoa. Whoa, is this real? Oh my gosh, this totally changes the way I thought about the game going. It's 1 log to 5 planks? That's an incredible conversion rate. Usually it's not like that. You know, it's usually like 1-to-1 or not quite so much. It makes sense, but that's great. So that means that we'll be able to buy stuff with planks much more readily. Oh, Dinsky, good evening, my friend. Yeah, you're right. It does take a long time. Now, if I put another worker, do we speed it up? It doesn't seem like it changed the time. Maybe for the next one, it would change it. Oh my god, this person is terrible. That's right, because they're unsafe. So... Right, okay. So, it's 200 plus 140 is the speed multiplier, and if I add another one, once they get there, maybe it'll add it to here, and then it will dynamically update again to be even faster, which I should do. Let's see, once they start working, what happens. Because they're building something at the moment. They're building this house. So once they finish that, they'll move over. Now, one thing I haven't seen yet that the game do, which I got to keep my eye on, so you could see they're digging right here to get these. It really is, Sid. If you have a workstation and the workers inside have nothing to do, it's not like... Sometimes a game will put a giant floating icon to be like the workers are idle, they're not doing anything. But it's much more subtle in this one, so you really have to make sure that you've given them assignments. Like, they're almost done with everything that they can reach. I don't think they are, Hermie, now that I look at it. And so I might have to manage that more carefully. I need to put in a staircase to go up to these and mark them. So we're going to just mark these for forage here. And then I'm going to put in stairs. So they can get up here. Like, you could see here, but I haven't seen it. But maybe I just don't know what to look for. Just sometimes what you'll do is you'll see them just sitting inside the workshop, and then you're like, wait, what are you doing? And then they're like, I don't have anything I could do. And you're like, oh... All right. Looking good. I know, Hermie. I love the twisted staircase. Oh, cool, Victory. Yeah, so it's all balancing, right? Like, it makes sense to speed them up, and then that's a boost. But then, like, yeah, if there's no use to it, then that's when it needs to be tweaked. There needs to be, like, an actual decision where you'd be like, yeah. So this is another thing I like. Check this out. You click on them, and then you could see the quality of their bedding. the quality of their furniture, their housing quality. It's nice. I have 9 homeless mice. I have enough planks to build the town hall. Oh no, I need one more. That's pretty good though. Light showers, exposed water tanks gain water. Oh god, I might need some water. So yeah, I didn't get very much because so many are sleeping outside. I really do have to fix that. Clear skies, great. There they go. This is... it's gonna need a bunch of logs to finish. Uh-oh. Tax collector. Alright. I'm gonna pay the tax collector right now. And, I'm telling you, I'm gonna do it again. Where I'm gonna go large shipment. It's so much to go for the bigger shipment, so I'm not going to. But I really, really like getting the extra trust and gift. I mean, what do I get? I get one more seal. I don't even get an extra gift. It's just one more seal would be... I guess the gift could have more stuff in it. I'm going to send a large shipment, though. Okay, so now I have enough to where I only have one worker or builder, so it's going to take forever. It must not like one of your words, Hermie. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we could build a weaver to turn flax into clothes. The stone cutter allows us to cut raw stone into better building materials. But what we want is the town hall. And it feels like it should go up here for some reason. I know, Hermie. It's the best way to control them, right? Here's the supply ship. So again, I'm going to take the middle option. I know, 100%. It's like you never know what words their bot is going to not like. I'm going to take the middle option again because I need more clothing. I don't have a weaver yet, but this is so many planks. The mechanical parts are actually tempting, but I'm going to take this for now. I still have one mechanical part. I actually need a bunch more builders. Alright, here we go. Small warehouse. Ooh. Workers can be assigned to cart resources from other warehouses. Interesting. I was just mentioning how I didn't have enough machinery. Now, this is a lot of clothing, and then they're going to give 5 tailored cloaks, which is like, these are 4-star quality clothing pieces, so some mice would be super happy with it. I don't know if I, like... Oh, it says resource conveyors. What, so you can have conveyor belts? I don't know if I need the small warehouse yet. It's interesting. But my settlement's pretty small. I think I would benefit more. Wouldn't that be hilarious, Hermie, if they did do that? I don't think that they will become envious. Usually that's not, but God, that could happen. I'm definitely taking the machinery. I am getting some clothes, though. Yeah, brainless. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think you're right. Like, especially with you see how I'm chopping wood way over here. If I if I didn't have to have the woodcutters transporting, they could be chopping. Oh, I see. And this is really far on the tech tree. Okay. So that's another thing about the roguelike element is like you can jump on it's like in Civilization where you get like one of those, goodie huts and it's like you just get a free tech and it saves you so much time. That's true, Hermie. Okay. So now we could build a small warehouse if we wanted, like over here. But I don't have enough workers yet. But that's definitely something we're going to do. Honestly, like, I think I'm over killing it on berries. Like, I think I got it. I think I could do with just taking one person off of foraging, and then using them as a builder at the moment. I'm going to, just before I forget, I'm going to try to start putting in all the houses that we need. This, no storage destination. So you could see they're sitting here. That's what I mean. Like this mouse is sitting here and not working, but there's no other. There's a small icon, but I think they're saying what we're full up on berries. Yeah. Okay. But here's what we need. We want to build the cafe because this can also store food. So I'm going to flip this around and I'm just going to put it right here so they can come here and eat. And then for the time being, I'm going to turn off everybody at the foraging hut because they're full, I think. I think actually what the problem is our warehouse is full. Yeah, it's just that the warehouse is at capacity. Okay, so I need to start building another warehouse or those smaller warehouses. I could save on mining time so much by building a small warehouse over here. So we'll build a little team warehouse over here that just will take trees and wood. So I think I'm going to actually just turn off everybody and put them back on later so that they can actually do some work because there's no place to store anything. So I want everybody building this stuff as fast as possible. I don't know if two workers can work at the same time, but I hope they can on the same job, you know? But it's like nobody's doing this. Do it. Now they're going. They're making it happen. Yeah, they're all working. And we're going to get these houses done. We're going to get this done. We're going to get the cafe done. Maybe. Yeah, and there's multiple mice working on that project. I know. That crazy mayor. Hey. Allows for more efficient movement of resources between warehouses using carts. Interesting. Ronnie, good evening. Good to see you. God, I hope not, Sid. Okay, this is done, and so does it take a worker? Wow, look at this. So here's the warehouse, this teeny one, and I can, specialize it. I'm fine just having it be a drop-off point for now. And you could see the capacity is decreased because they're using all the supplies. They're using a lot of the wood. But I think we want another small warehouse over here, too. That's a good question. So when the cafe gets done, what they can do here is they improve the quality of it, but I don't know if they actually cook it. Ronnie, it's so good, isn't it? I like how when the workday ends, all of the resources that they were carrying immediately just shoot out back into the storage. Okay, so what I need to do is start assigning people to work again. The cafe's done. Cool. Edmund is brutal. Named enemies are one of the most common ways to die, Ronnie. It's always when I see a named enemy, it's oh crap, and can I handle this or do I need to run? I use everything I can on them. I never am, I'm so conditioned to be terrified of them because they are... That and getting sent to the abyss are like the #1 killers of my characters anymore. Oh, good. We're getting there. We're getting there. So they're going to get even happier because we have a cafe. So let's see. I have 6 free workers. How much storage do I have? 153. Okay, good. We're finally getting lower on planks. And I'm going to just take this time to continue building houses. We have 6 homeless. So let's continue trying to remedy that. Oh, Ronnie, I'm so sorry to hear that. It can't come soon enough. Okay, so here's the pirates. Now,
We are but humble seafarers, who having torn off the shackles of the kingdom, find ourselves in great need. In past times of want, wise and generous Whisker colonies have supplied us with everything they had. You should follow their example, and do it quickly. There's nothing more detestable and worthy of destruction than a greedy colony.
so Captain Dread only wants these things. And it's interesting because Captain Dread, the pirates want different things than the cats want. So they want our clothing or our machinery. So it looks like they want processed stuff. Now, I'm going to refuse cooperation this time to complete the quest, but I probably won't in the future because you're going to see how bad the consequences are. So they shoot us up, and they did hit some houses that time. So last time, all they hit was my production buildings, but this time you could see they fired, and that was brutal. It was really, really bad, but I can complete this quest.
There have been reports of pirates' ransom demands in your part of the world, and
And they do give me some planks. Or some wood and some machinery. So we're going to fix all of this, but God, that's a lot. Yep. Okay. Tough day. Tough day. We got shot by pirates. This says a structure is in ruins. Oh, this needs to be rebuilt as well. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. There's an icon up here that does tell you if a camp is idle. Excellent. Okay, so all I need to do is shift it down. Well said, Sid. Well said. 100%. So we need to move. I need to make steps. So I'm going to go that way as well. And then we can mark a little bit more for mining. We'll go resource extraction. We'll go mining. And we're going to click on that. And I wonder if I can just cut into the side of the earth like that and work from the bottom up. Probably not, but that would be nice. But in the meantime, I can also just do this, which is to build our favorite windy staircase. Oh, Whisker ship. Look. The Whiskers want to move in. I'm going to start taking them. My pace? What does that mean? Moves at their own pace and they're slow. Okay, you're out. Warm core and gifted teacher. Man, they're expensive, but that's like they only have positive. And then thoughtful? Sure. I really do. Rude is like not great. They're crafts master though, which means that they're fully trained as an expert in a skill. So that's good. I'm gonna just take. I'll take the rude guy and then boost the other. Now the question is, I think we talked about this, but like if I go to this screen. Yeah, Hermie, you're right about that. Or like, will they? Which will they do first? You know. Will they prioritize the bottom part because it's closer, or will they walk up to the top? So we have like some. Let me see if I organize. I pushed the wrong thing. I don't know what I did. There we go. Like in from this screen, I'm not entirely sure. The person I got, the rude guy. Let me go find that guy. He might not have. Here he is. So he has no assignment. But let me look at him. And so he's a craftsmaster. It says, but at what? In all skilled labor. So anything that takes skilled labor. So give him an assignment, I guess. But I don't know which one. I don't think any of these are skilled. These are like just, manual labor. Ronnie, it's kind of like that. It's like that, but it's also like a city builder, like Banished and Timberborn-ish. It's really an interesting game. All right, I'm going to go back to this screen, and I'm just going to employ people at all of the places that they can work. The sawmill, I'm not sure. Oh, I could actually, you know what? Oh, thank you, Odinsky. I thought I needed town hall, but I could actually have been doing overtime already by spending the approval. You can just click overtime, and it boosts workers, and they'll work through the night. Like I don't know what the Midas is for doing that when you have to make them work overtime, but sometimes you know it's necessary. I'm going to leave a lot of people unemployed to finish their repairs and their construction. I hope they don't expect time and a half. They're not getting paid. Yeah, Sid, it does
you
have
been
some
entrusted by your fellow
against
Whiskers to lead their colony. This is the highest honor any Whisker can attain. The teeming masses of mainland Whiskers are pleading to live in colonies such as yours. They wish only to serve the crown on a wild island such as yours. Do not disappoint them. Grow your colony to 21 Whiskers, so you can start paying some real taxes.
You know, what's cool is I actually have this, and they're going to give me a tax credit, so I'll accept it, and then I can just turn this in immediately.
You have been entrusted by your fellow
So I got a 144 tax credit, so now I almost owe nothing. I know, Hermie, isn't that great? By my, like, completely insane accepting of just almost everyone for a few turns, we got that milestone. You know what I'm noticing, which is kind of funny but also kind of sad? The pirate attack was so brutal, and I was building so without paying attention. I could have actually used my entire supply of logs and then all of, like, not had my lumber huts repaired and then had no access to logs. And I would have had to deconstruct some existing buildings to get logs back. Thankfully, that didn't happen, but it's a little scary. All right, what are you cutting? I feel like they cut down all the trees. Can you reach these trees? I don't know if you can. I might need to move this. Okay, but here's what we can do. There are some trees over here. Carrie, what's up? Thank you for following. Can you get any kind of defenses? That's a great question. I think there's heat and utilities. There's railroad. That's cool. Storage. Graveyard? Is that a good defense? That's just called, like, I give up? I don't think so. I think your mice are peaceful. Maybe the king could help, or maybe you just have to pay the pirates. I'm not really sure. There's steam valves, so it looks like you can get... Well, there's all kinds of, like, pipes and things that you can get going. So we do want to build a research lab so we can do research eventually. So remember how the storage was getting full. This, though, how much do you have in it? It doesn't take out that much. You can't hold a ton. I do love the cafe, though. Look in here. You can see there's the two workers. Like, they have it filled up with berries and stuff. And then people come in at dinner time and they, you know, dish out the food. Awesome, Carrie. Yeah, I'm having so much fun with it. Neptune missiles would be good. Anything. Sea mines. Okay, let's get some people working on the... and drop somebody in there. Drop another one in there. There they go. Yeah, they're all in the cafe eating. Looks pretty good. You know what, Tisal? Thank you so much for saying that, because it looks like that's all they do, and it's right next to the warehouse. So I feel like I agree with you. I'm totally thinking that we can kick out somebody and just have one. I might need... Oh, okay, great. Zamblue, good evening, good to see you. I know. No overtime pay, berries again for dinner. It's tough. It's a tough life on the island. Yeah, that's interesting, right? Because they just sit there during the day when it's full up doing nothing. I think there is, there's a bakery. There's a smokery, a netter, a mill, a bakery, a soup kitchen, a cannery, a tea roaster, a spice grinder, and a fine kitchen. So there's a lot of more advanced food structures. I have a cafe. We have a bistro. I hope that's okay for everybody. Kizron, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I mean, yeah, I could use the submarine out there just patrolling. Not bad. Not bad. So... Herbie. Oh, the mousetrap jokes. So insensitive. The poor population. So, you could see that actually the top complaints are sleeping outside but dirty fur. So we're going to need to get some like hygiene structures. The bathhouse or whatever, I can build this. It just takes planks. So we just need some more planks to build the bathing dock. But I think I should probably have houses for everybody first. Alright, that looks good.
Please, may we have better housing? This new island was exciting for a bit, but that excitement has worn off. I wake up each day to the smell of damp. If our lodgings don't improve, this island is never going to be a home.
So he wants 21 housing space. So that must mean he wants a house for everybody. And he's going to give me a bunch of trinkets, which you can sell to the claws. So the claws of the cats, the whiskers of the mice. And some approval. I mean, I'll take it. You know what? That's another element of the game, which it's what it's like. It's like Anno. You know how in Anno, like your people will give you little quests for things to do, and then it's random what the boats will bring in terms of their rewards. And sometimes, like we got, for example, the cat statue and the warehouse. Like the upgrades that you would get would be random for your boat and your industry. Spice everything up. I'm definitely going to build the bathhouse. We don't want dirty fur. It's terrible. Fading, no. Apparently it needs to be rebalanced. Apparently the developer is aware of it, and it is only bad. It speeds the workers up when they, like you said, it speeds them up because they get startled, but it has such a negative effect on their mood that it's just considered to be terrible. So we finished this, and now we could do policies. So, what are the policies? Oh my god. Weasels, whiskers, and claws. So it very much is like Redwall with the different like hierarchy of rodents and cats. So Whiskers policies, sawdust seasoning, 25% chance for food industries to produce double output. That's funny. It only takes 10. That seems pretty easy actually, but I can only assign a few policies. But these are good. These are production. So Whiskers can carry 2 more resources per heavy pickup. That's sick. Seems very good. Construction speed doubled. Builders gained 50% speed. That's also pretty good. So this is like Civilization kind of with the cards, like when you're flopping in your different cards. I think they do have an upkeep of like maybe every day. But this is only one, so it's not that bad. I don't know how long you have to pay it, but if it's just every day, I can do that. Oh, you can unlock it for 50. Ah, look at this. This boosts our cat statue. Stone eyes. Speed boosts from passing statues are increased and last twice as long. So honestly, and this is where the roguelike element, or whatever you want to call that, the choose 3, the randomized element, really comes into play, where if you wanted to lean into scaring the crap out of your people with cat statues, you could do that and take this and make them go faster. It's kind of interesting. It's every time it's used. Oh, okay. So that's going to become very expensive. So every time they pick up something, they get to carry twice as much, but it costs 1. Yeah, I see. I'm still going to do it. Yeah, trash burning. I'm going to do both of the logistic ones for now and just see how expensive it actually, how hard to maintain it is. Because it looks like you could turn it off, you can abolish it at any time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and build the bathing dock over here. And then I will also try to build more houses. So you could see the icon, the muscle icon right here, and it took some approval. I was at 127. Camp is idle. Okay, so this mining camp is out. There's some. Is that coal? Yeah, get that. Get that. Whoa, you could stack them? I did notice that the roof went off. So you could stack them Timberborn style? Thank you for telling me that. So let me try that. So if I want to build a house... Oh, yeah. Now, but you would need to build, what, a platform or a staircase for them to get up? Yeah, you can. Check that out. So I wonder why when you were building, the roofs on some of the buildings became white. Oh, yeah, you could flip it backward. No, that's too close. Outlander, good morning. Yeah, let's see. Can they get... They can get here, so we could just do this, right? Like, you could have it... Look at that. That's hilarious. There you go. Okay. So I am chewing through my approval pretty heavily, but at the same time, like, if I can get a good amount of approval, then, and I don't need to bring in Whiskers as much, it might be worth it. Oh, cool. Tassal, thank you for telling me. It is a space saver, right? Very interesting. I wondered about that. Like, if you have to cut through your neighbor's house. Hey, sorry, just passing through. Look at the bottom left. It tells you your policies, tells you the weather, tells you that summer. Oh, God. Okay. So everything's been gravy, but remember how there's this heat map? For this is temperature? Everything's been fine, but I'm wondering if it starts getting cold, if we're in bad shape. I don't have any clothing industry built up, and I probably need that pronto. I don't think I have any soap, but you can... Yeah, you can use soap. It's produced in the chemist, so they don't have that, but they can at least take a bath. Oh my God. What is this? Is this like a little... Is the bathing chamber just like an all-metal encasement that they drop you into the ocean in? Like, this doesn't look safe. It's like an old school, like, diving apparatus. They just put you in here, and then they're just like, all right, we'll pull you up. Trust us. That's a lantern? Okay, thank God. I was like, this can't be right. I mean... Oh, yeah, look, they are going in here at night. Fair enough, Zablu, right. I mean, it's like, we gotta prioritize our hygiene. This is cool because, like, I was wondering why in the game there's so much time spent at night when you're just kind of sitting there watching them eat, but looks like they can do other stuff after hours too. So, like, now they're like, I'm going to get clean. Yeah, it's just a light, apparently. Okay. There's not much, unfortunately, Sid. There's just temperature, and then there's, like, you can turn the Z levels off to make seeing easier on a certain level, but I would love for there to be more overlays. I have 18 wood left over. So I think... So that whole day of having the policies enacted, we used, I think, as I was keeping track, a little over 30 approval on the benefits. And I'm pretty sure I'll gain more than that. But we do need to build more houses. Yeah, Brackstone. It's like RimWorld. Not as much prison architect. I mean, it's management. So this red line is telling me that nobody can get in there. So they can't walk through an existing house, but I can put this here, but then it looks like it will then block the other person from getting into the house if I do that. So I can't do this unless I put maybe a path up. And then if I put a path up here, then we can do something like that. So I'm not going to put that there, though. I'm going to demolish that. I don't like it on that side. It's too much in the... I'm going to put the stairs on the other side. It's too much in the way of everybody else trying to get through. I'm going to put it like that. That's hilarious, Brainless. I love it. I love that you're sticking with it. Okay. So that's kind of fun. I mean, I don't know if it's necessary for now, but... You know what? I mean, look, we actually ended up maxing our approval, so the policy actually worked out okay. I did play Norland Outlander. Is that the... It's like RimWorld, but medieval times? I haven't played it. I played it way early in early access. Like Clanfolk, which is like Scottish RimWorld. I need to go revisit those. Yeah, that's a huge amount of death. That is frustrating. Okay, so first of all, let me zoom in and show you. The backwards house is a winner. Totally works. So then let's do another backwards house. Now this one, and the doorway is a little messed up. You can extend it. It would take an extra log to build that. I can also check this out. I can go 1, 2, and then just like in Timberborn, we just go up and we build a plank path that goes to here, and then we build a stair, not like that, like that. There we go. Oh, the supply ship is here. Sweet. What you want, buddy? Weasels. Look at this weasel. I'm gonna pause it. He's only here for 5 minutes, so you got to make sure you pause it. Ooh, look. We graduated and we can afford like the really expensive ship. I don't want the really expensive one, but I want this one because I want clothing and I want planks. I need to get a weaver immediately. So we have the bathing house, but I would like a weaver. So this takes, what, 21 logs? I'm still going to try to have it built. Now the problem is I don't have that much flax. There's a bunch over here, though. So this is my gatherer. Oh, that's my woodcutter. Where's the other berry gatherer? Yeah, here they are. So they're almost done, but they could start getting this flax. So I can get them up there with some steps. Now that only goes to 1. Oh, that's too high up. I can get down here, but then I feel like I'm going to destroy the flax, which is not what we're trying to do. Yeah, and you can't place it on top of a resource anyway. So let me go about this a different way, because it actually looks like it's fine to have those steps there, but I need stairs someplace else to get to that. And that would be good for the woodcutter as well. So we can go ahead and go steep stairs like that. And then that gets you to here. And then we can go to resource extraction, forage, and just turn on all of this flax. So we can start making clothing to keep everybody warm. And I will put one more staircase down here. Observer, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I hope you're well. I'm really enjoying this game so far. The more that I play it, the more I enjoy it, and I am also really benefiting from everybody's feedback and comments from who have also been playing it, because there's a lot to learn. I'm going to then go to resource extraction and just get all of that. So they are using the small warehouse, which is amazing. I'm going to build another small warehouse, I think, over here. Oh, does it take 21 planks to build? God, that's a lot. I think I want to get the research lab instead. I do need cut stone, though. So we're going to have to go for the stone cutter. And who's idle? This one? So these miners are idle. It might then actually be time to move this mining hut. And there's a ton over there. There's a little bit of coal here. There's some copper there. And we go over here, we can get this coal. That's fine. I could get some stone, though. I mean, I am going to need some more stone. I think, actually, I'll do that. I'm going to start just gathering a little bit of stone. So I haven't messed around with it, but I don't know if, like in Going Medieval, if I can dig straight down, and then if I have enough control and visibility to build a tunnel that would, like, exit over here. I don't know how I would... it would be difficult to, like, hide the Z level... You can? I'm trying to figure out how to hide the Z level so I could see that. I guess I have to have the mouse down there. Oh, you just push V. Here we go. You just cut away with the V button. Okay, gotcha. Look at that. You can. That's hilarious. So we could build a tunnel if we wanted to get over to the next side, which is hilarious. That's great. Why not? All right, who's idle? Who's idle? Which camp? This mining camp? Okay. So you have stuff you can do. You just can't get over here to these. So let me just build you some steps. Yeah, exactly, Sid. Okay, now, I still need 2 more houses. if I want, I could continue my absolute shenanigans here. Like this, and then we build the plank path like that. And now we have this whole like upper area for no good reason. And, oh, no workers assigned to the stone cutter. There you go. Oh, I have no free workers. Or no matching whiskers. Oh, you need to be an apprentice. So I don't have... Okay, I do have apprentice, I think. But they're assigned someplace else. So what I have to do is go to my whisker screen and then just find where that person is who isn't... Like, this person, Scrabble, is a apprentice. So... I don't know if there's an easy way from this screen to see, like, so Scrabble is where? At the sawmill? So I need to change them. Or Squeak, actually, would be better served working there. Oh, there's a filter. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Perfect. I only want one person there. For now. Yeah, Sid. I gotta learn them, but 100%. I plan on trying to do that. I know. Hermie, the names are hilarious. Okay, so again, we're maxing out even with the policies, so that's pretty good. And only the clothing is bad. So we have to finish the... I'm still working on it, I believe. Yeah, the weaver. So we need to get some better clothes. And then the food is bland, is their complaint. So I need to figure out a way to better process the food. Which would require some kind of research, which I don't have any of. So we do want to get cut stone so we can get that research lab going. That's the next one. You know, but even then, even though we have a lot of gaps, you could see that, like, we're still maxing out on our approval. 100%, Sid. So, they want to get loaded up. We got them. Boy, they really want a lot. I mean... I even had a credit, but our population, this is what's... So, growing not only has the price that you have to pay of extra food, but you have to pay more tax every time. And it's quite substantial. Now, I don't really need to hold on to my stuff that much, but I could just do the regular shipment. But I've been enjoying the large shipment because I like 2 tax gifts. Oh god, I hope Nintendo doesn't get involved. You really can't. Is Pal World still alive, or did Nintendo obliterate them? Alright, so I'm not going to get too many. I'll go with compassionate, content. Awesome, Kizran. Yeah, it's a really fun game. I just know that Nintendo is coming after them. Diligent and content. Dot is amazing. Okay, great. I know. Dot is like insane. So she works hard and she's like more content with circumstances. She's expensive, but that's what we pay the high price for. The good workers. She is. She's like, all right, you want a tunnel? I'll get you a tunnel. I mean, honestly, the tunnel's not a bad idea. Look at all this ore. There's rock salt. There's tin. Good stuff over here. Yeah, they're broke. Yeah, I like Power World. I'm glad they didn't give up either. Ooh, look at this. A free carpenter. I think that, oof, I'm going to take the old rags this time because we're having some issues with clothing. Haircut, good evening. You don't need to build a tunnel. You could just build paths over the water. Yeah, that makes sense. I could just build the platforms. Now, planks turn into wooden vices. Okay, cool. Here's a question. The ships, when they come in, they arrive at the port. But if I build a bridge, it doesn't, like, ships won't crash into it or it doesn't block them. They don't care about the bridges at all, right? Like, they just kind of appear. So I can just build a bridge. I guess the tunnel is free. It just takes labor. The path would be costly, yeah. We did it.
Please, may we have better housing? This new island was exciting for a bit, but that excitement is worn off. I wake up each day to the smell of damp. If our lodgings don't improve.
So, this island, Hermie, is, yes, it's all ore, and then so is this island right here, and then this one over here. So we definitely want to move. And this doesn't even require that much of a bridge. I mean, this only takes logs, and then it takes logs as its support, so it's double. It's the same travel speed, but planks are actually easier to get than logs because it's 5 planks to 1 log, so I might want to wait for some more planks. Alright, we're going to build... we got the carpenter. But I need more cut stone. So let's see about assigning whiskers. Does anybody... I can't add anybody right now because... this guy, Flint, needs to go to the stonecutter. And then... the fishing place, you can have... oh, wait. No matching whiskers? Yeah, right. Here. Let me try this again. Oh no, you need to be an apprentice at the fishing place. Interesting. Alright, well then I do have to get myself an apprentice. Okay. So let me go back to the labor screen and go to apprentice. So... the mining camp person, Tumbles. There you go. So, What's interesting is the fishing dock, only the first person has to be an apprentice, and then the rest can be regulars. Yeah, it was a problem for our early ancestors. I've heard people trying it, Victory. I have 3 cut stone. Let's build the rest of these houses up. There we go. Hey, Cloud, what's up, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. So then we're going to build 1 staircase like that. Oh, not enough resources. God, we're out of wood. It's brutal out here. We'll get it. We'll get it back. Maybe. One day. You know what? Is anybody idle? No. They have stuff to cut. You got stuff to cut? You do. All right. Can you get down here? You can. All right, let me mark the rest of this. Chop priority. Mark all of that. Thank you. Looks like they can't get to... Oh, yes, they can. They're getting to it. I know, Hermie, it's a good question. I wonder if there's an easy way for me to tell that. Well, there's 13 free cloaks. Andrew, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate that. You know what? You're right, Brainless. I do need to start planting, like, I think there's somebody who helps replant trees. Oh, you're saying the farm can just plant trees? Interesting. Or they could probably plant anything, couldn't they? Berries and trees? Hmm. Yeah, I need to buy some from the vendor. I have plenty of money. Okay, so most of the people are putting on clothing. So we still have 7 extra. It's not super warm. A little bit. Oh, good. This finished. All right, we maxed out again. So, clothing, which should actually get fixed. Hard labor, hey. Bland food, I mean, we're not going to be able to erase all of this. We just try to have more positive. We're getting there. So the tax collector's coming in 2 days, but I have 974. So that is pretty much taken care of. We will move our other miner in a moment. After we finish getting this last little bit of stone. And I think, you know, there's a bunch of copper over here that looks pretty good. It's not a bad idea. I know. That's a great question, Sid. All the treasures. Well, I mean, look at our little settlement. We grew it. It's 2 stories now. We could even get taller if we wanted to. You could see all of the mice like bustling around here as they come out, walking on the catwalk, you know, and don't call it a catwalk. We also have so many different jobs rolling, and still wood is an issue, but I think you're right. We get the farm going so we could start regrowing these trees because there's a lot of trees on this island, but we don't want to outpace it. And we're doing so much better than my first time. We're like paying extra and getting rewarded, which is awesome. I have to say that I'm just so impressed with this game, and I really appreciate everyone sharing your tips. It is indeed my bedtime. I want to say thank you for coming out and playing some Whiskerwood. We'll be back tomorrow night playing some Tales of Majile if you'd like to stop by and check it out. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day. Ronnie, Kizron, Brainless, Hermie, Sid, Victory, Tassal, Cloud, Carrie, Odinsky, Biscuit, Fading, Brainless, Andrew, Rolana, Chef Smitty, Jade Wolf, Outlander,